Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Radhakrishna, orthopedic surgeon. Going to talk about knee joint pains today. One of the commonest problems we face of late. I hope most of you understand English. I'll be going into Telugu on and off. If there is any comment to make, you're welcome. About your knee joint pains and questions and answers, we'll go on with it. The commonest reasons for knee joint pains differ in different age groups. Depending on age, the commonest reasons would be youngsters, the children, the most common reasons would be because of the injuries. The youngsters is because of the injuries again, but significant sporting injuries. In early middle age, that is between 30 to 40, 45, a lot of people are getting knee joint pains now because of the physical activity or lack of it. Beyond 45, the degenerative changes will start in most of the people, and that is the commonest reason for a knee joint pain. After 60, it is 99%, it is because of the aging changes only. So for all these problems, there are different options for treatment. For youngsters, when the first decade of life, most of the times it's just a simple rest would do because of excessive physical rest. There is persistent pain which is not going off by rest and associated with some swelling. Then you should get some medical advice. Most of the times injury levels where the rest is not taking care of the pain, we probably will require some icing, then simple medication for pain relief. If there is any pain which is progressively increasing by the day and it is involving one particular joint, then you should get worried. If both sides the joint pains are there and rest is relieving the pain, you should not get too worried about the joint pain in a kid. Coming to the next decade, generally from 12-13 years to 20 years, 20 to 23 years, that's the time when there is a physical sport with a lot of contact sports, basketball, volleyball, football, things like that, where you have twisting injuries, and those twisting injuries can cause significant issues with the joint. Okay, the twisting injuries can lead on to ligament injuries, particularly where you will be able to walk, but you will have pain as well as instability, where the joint is not appearing very stable. That is something you cannot ignore. The ligament injuries can result in short-term as well as long-term complications for the knee. So we need to be careful with ligament injuries. How do you know and how to assess the ligament injuries at home? If you are having pain which is significant, but still you are able to walk, but you are not able to do certain activities like slight bending, the joint is giving way, you are falling off, or the joint is moving in a wrong direction, or you are getting any clicks which are painful. All these things usually suggest there is some problem inside the joint other than the bone. So these things you need to attend to, where you need a definite orthopedic consultation, where probably most of the times rest and bracing and medication would do, but sometimes you may need to have further investigations like an MRI. Then sometimes you may require arthroscopic surgery, which only an orthopedic surgeon can decide after seeing you. The next generation of patients would be from 20 to 40 or 25 to 40, 45. This is the group of patients who are getting lot of knee joint pains of late, and this is where I think the lifestyle modifications come into picture. The awareness about the joint, awareness about what to do and what not to do is very important in this age group. Long-term possibility of keeping the knee joint safe happens during this period. Between 25 and 45, you will start having a lot of physical activity for some people, and no physical activity at all for a lot of people. And to compensate lack of physical activity, a lot of people will go for exercises which are always been seen as binge exercises. Suddenly you will go for exercise for a few weeks, then stop it for a few months, then start it again and start it very vigorously. All these things can put a lot of pressure on the joint. So you need to know what needs to be done and what things you should avoid. Particularly, you should know what things to be avoided. First thing is, don't go for any exercises looking at somebody else's exercise program, or don't just go into exercises where you have to strain your joint or the whole body into such an extent that it starts aching from the day one. Exercises should not give you pain which is persisting beyond your exercise time. If it is painful continuously, that means you are not doing right. So you should stop your exercises. You should take proper advice. You should have a trainer, or at least you should know where to start. So start with simple exercises like walking, then cycling, then swimming also is good. All the three things, walking, cycling and swimming, are the safest exercises which can give you enough muscle strength, which can burn enough calories, and which can keep you healthy without putting too much of pressure on any part of the body. And when you are going for walking, you should make sure that you walk on a flat surface with a proper shoe, and make sure that you will walk to a distance which is slightly stressful, not to an extent that you will start having pain in the joints. You walk any distance not more than 20 minutes, then you will have some discomfort. So ideally you should start walking with 20-minute distance, then increase it to up to 40-45 minutes with a break in between. And don't go for jogging or skipping or running for your normal exercises. Cycling is fine, any cycle is fine, but not cross trainers, ellipticals, because cross trainers and ellipticals put lot of pressure on the knee joints. So avoid those things. The next exercise would be swimming. I mean, even the pool walking, where you walk in the pool, also is a good exercise to strengthen the muscle and relieve to relieve joint pains. But if you want to spend calories, swimming is good exercise. The second thing what you should understand is climbing up the stairs or untrained yoga are something which you should completely avoid. Yoga is excellent only if it suits you. You should know which asanas you should be able to do in a correct manner under a guidance of a trainer. Then only you should go for yoga. Yogasanas like Vajrasan, like Padmasan, where you have to bend the joint completely, can give you a lot of pain. So you should avoid such things. Even in Surya Namaskaras, people will have a few postures where you will be putting a lot of pressure on the joint. That is not advisable for most of the people. So you need to know what is suitable for your body, ideally from a trainer, or you can consult an orthopedic surgeon and then start your yoga. Coming to what other things you cannot do, climbing up of the stairs. I mean, that is becoming a very common question most of the times with my patients. A lot of people will ask because climbing of stairs is seen as a good exercise, which is not with regards to the knee joint. Okay, that's a good cardio exercise maybe, but if it is suitable or not, you should know. Ideally, beyond certain age, probably after 40, you should avoid climbing up of the stairs as an exercise. Okay, and sitting on the floor, sitting cross-legged and doing squats is totally no for the knee joint. After 45, ideal exercises would be walking only. and maybe you can add little of cycling if you are able to do it. These are all the things which can protect your joint. The second thing is it can give you enough strength in the muscle which protects your joint. Strengthening of the muscle and avoiding putting too much of pressure in the joint are the two basic things for knee health. Okay. And coming to the treatment, when you have simple pain because of some specific activity where you have pain on movement of the joint, pain on activities where you have to bend the joint, which happened because of injury or excessive activity, rest for a few days with icing on the joint and no exercises at all. That should give you enough pain relief. There medications may be required which you should take advice from a doctor and take it. Pain which is not responding to any of these things cannot be ignored. You need to get it checked. Maybe you need some X-ray, sometimes an MRI, to check if there is an injury which is involving the cartilage or the ligaments or the menisci. Pain which is at rest, pain which is at night is something which you should get worried if there is no specific episode of injury. Both of these things, and pain when you actually squat and when you are getting up from squatting position into your early 40s, indicates that you started having problem with the cartilage. The cartilage is a layer which is there in the end of the bones, which actually works as a cushion, and that is the one which protects you from pain in a joint, and that is the one which helps in smooth movement of any joint. And cartilage is something which doesn't have any blood circulation, so it doesn't heal on its own. So cartilage is something which doesn't regenerate on its own, so if it is lost for good. Ideally, you should take care of the cartilage in such a way that you don't damage it. And even for the aging process where the cartilage gradually thins out because of the aging, with lifestyle modifications and exercises and cartilage supplementation, we can protect the whatever cartilage is there. So the moment you start noticing pain in squatting and sitting up from the squatting, and difficulty in climbing up of the stairs, and pain in the knee joints which is persisting in the nights, pain which is at rest, all of them are indication of early signs of arthritis, which is degenerative arthritis, that is aging related arthritis. For early signs, you just need to have all modifications of lifestyle which I have already told you. Avoid squatting, sitting cross-legged, climbing up of the stairs, and maintain the health of the joint. The next stage would be pain where you are not able to carry on with the normal activities without pain, or pain where you require some medication occasionally, and some activities where you cannot do without having a painkiller or without having some medication. That is a stage 2. Ideally, you should start consulting your doctor when you start having pain which is more than few days and which is disturbing your activities of daily living. Going for your job, any of these things is bothering you with the pain, then you should consult. This after 45, when you start noticing the degeneration in the cartilage, if you start taking care of it properly, you can extend the life of the cartilage, but you cannot regrow that cartilage on its own. So taking care of the cartilage by avoiding certain things and doing some exercises to strengthen the muscles around the joint are helpful. After 45-50 years, when the degeneration starts picking up, when the cartilage goes thinned out, we'll notice increasing pain. Slowly joint starts going into a deformed position. Joint starts going inside, it starts bending, towards inside most commonly, and you will start having pain even after prolonged walking, prolonged sitting at a height, and getting up from sitting position from the chair also will be slightly painful. Any of these things indicate that you are reaching into the next stage of degeneration. Even here at this stage, with medication, with supplements, with physiotherapy help, we can actually manage these things. But when the deformity is significant, when the pain is continuous, when the joint is not able to move in its full range, when there is painful clicks and sounds, that is when it reached probably the stage 3 or stage 4, where you definitely require not just simple medication, but you definitely require a detailed evaluation and some procedures, sometimes finally the joint replacement. Previously we used to have joint replacement for patients with even stage 3 osteoarthritis, stage 4 osteoarthritis, sometimes even the second stage osteoarthritis with significant pains, people used to go for replacement. Now we have some options like stem cell therapy. It's not exactly stem cell therapy, it's called mesenchymal cell therapy, where we inject some cells from your own blood or bone marrow, which can help in maintaining the cartilage health, which extends the life of the cartilage which is already there. If the complete cartilage is gone, where the stage 4 osteoarthritis is there, then replacement is the only option. But if cartilage is still there, but still there is a lot of pain, we can definitely look into possibilities of regeneration of the cartilage. Because of the sporting injuries, if you have a small chip of the cartilage is taken off because of the injury, then we can do multiple procedures are there where we can replace the cartilage from your own joint by surgical intervention. That only can be decided with detailed evaluation based on the MRI, sometimes based on arthroscopy, where we see the joint directly through keyhole surgery. This is the basics of joint pain, knee joint pain, particularly related to age group related knee joint pains. There are multiple other reasons like infections, like multiple joint pains conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. These are cancers. These are the things which we are not discussing today because each one of them have a different topic. We are talking about the regular joint pains, and this is a basic information about the regular joint pain. We'll take a short minute break to see what questions we have.